Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening and welcome to our band concert here at Herricks High School. I'm so excited to welcome you to tonight's concert. We're all really excited to be here and to hear all of your children perform for us tonight. So before we start, I just wanted to welcome you, wish you happy holidays, and thank you for coming out on this dreary evening. In fact, our last concert was raining too. I hope it's not a trend. But I'd like to welcome here, we have some special guests that are super supportive of our music department. We have our superintendent, Dr. Tony Sinanis. Our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dominic Talapano. And our high school principal, Joan Keegan. We really appreciate all you do for us parents, for all of your support, all your encouragement. Your children has been committed to playing a band instrument since 3rd grade, and I think it's really excellent to celebrate the success they've all made through the years. And for our freshmen on the stage, this is their first performance here at the high school, and I'm so excited to welcome them to the family up here, and we're glad to have you all part of it as well. Before we start, I want to just recognize, last week I spent 4 freezing cold days in northern New York in Rochester at our All-State Festival, which occurs every year in December. When it's cold here, it's much colder there. But I got to spend some time with some of your children. They represented us so well in Rochester, so I'd like to just take a moment to recognize them. They're all over here. When I'm done, please give them a big round of applause. We have Edwin Coe. Raise your hand. Chloe Liao. Nicholas Kwan. Sharaf and Patterson. Anderson Lang. Lucas Ma. And Max Wong. Traditionally, in All-State, most schools in New York State are very fortunate to have 1 student that could participate. At Herricks, we had 21. So thank you for all of your support. We could not achieve this without all of you and your passion and understanding of how music education is so important to everyone. So thank you to all the parents and our community. That being said, it is my pleasure right now to turn over our program to Mr. Scott Stigley, and starting today with our concert band. Enjoy the concert. Thank you so much.
Good evening and welcome to Herricks High School Band Concert. How are you doing? Well? Yes. Looks like it's like what, 15 more days left in the year? I've had a wonderful 2024, I hope you have too. And it's been really a delight working with these musicians. This is the 9th grade concert band. We call it the concert band here at Herricks High School. And they've been wonderful in the classroom, super receptive to my teaching and to all our work together. We work every day. Third period, it's been a delight to work with them. That was the Headway March by Henry Fillmore. Henry Fillmore actually worked for Vandercook College in Chicago. It's a small music school, and it's a little chestnut of a music school. It still exists today, and he wrote many, many marches that became part of the American march vernacular, and that was one of them. And they always make people feel like very uplifted, I think. The next piece we'd like to play is called Parting Glass by Robert Sheldon. It was arranged by Robert Sheldon. It's a very famous Irish tune. This particular piece was commissioned to the Army Band to play at the cemetery in Washington, D.C. And it was written for the commander to commemorate soldiers that had passed. Interestingly, the band is called Pershing's Own. That's like the top Army military band. They're stationed in Washington, D.C. It's a professional band. Many of the musicians in that band actually attend many conservatories of music, in the top schools in this country in music. And your own Junior Yi, who graduated about, 7 years ago, just got a job in that band. It's a really super big deal. So she plays clarinet in that band. So you never know where you might end up. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to live. So anyway, we'd like to continue with The Parting Glass by Robert Sheldon. So our last piece is called Lakeland Portrait. The composer is actually Pierre LaPlante. Is from Wisconsin. One time I took a bus from Eugene, Oregon to Madison, Wisconsin to see a famous trumpet player named Adolphe Herseth. I was 19 years old. My mother goes, "Why are you traveling that far?" And I said, "He's a great trumpet player. Played the Chicago Symphony for many, many years." So Wisconsin's a beautiful state. It's a wonderful place and very close to this particular composer's heart. So he wrote a piece based on two folk songs. One's called Wisconsin Again, which is a song you would sing when you're traveling from the south up into Wisconsin. It's kind of dreamy Wisconsin type of song. You'll hear that at the very beginning. It's quite pastoral. And then this last piece that's a little quicker is actually a logging tune that loggers would actually sing after they retired to recall the times when they were logging. Whereas my sister's son-in-law actually is a logger in Eugene, Oregon. And people that actually chop the logs down, they're called fallers, not loggers. But anyway, I digress, as always. So again, it's been wonderful working with these students. You'll hear them throughout the year. We'll have a band festival in April, as well as a concert in May. So thank you again for attending. Stick around for the symphony band, and for the wind ensemble, and for the finale. Thank you. We're going to get bigger, so it's going to take me a minute or two, so hang on.
Yeah, she's definitely part of the story.
My neighbor wrote this. I'll explain. 5:52. So many marches. The first march you heard is was actually a kind of a patriotic educational march. That march is actually written. Every base in the country has a band. Every military, small, large, and huge, has a military band. And the 552nd was originally in Colorado, and this base moved to Roslyn, Long Island. And from 1964 to 1968, my neighbor, Carl Stroman, played in that band. He played piano and I think clarinet. Became a band director in Westchester. He's my neighbor. I live in Seacliff, now you know. He lives in Glen Head. I see him walking in now and again. He wrote that recently. I just love the melody of that. It's so wonderful. The next piece we'd like to play for you is Ray Vaughan Williams, very famous British composer, turn of the century. And he wrote he took folk songs from the Scottish Highlands. They're called traveling songs. And you would sing them when you were on the trail, going to your next point of destination. Whither Must I Wander is a very, very famous Irish, Scottish melody. We'd like to play it for you. It's actually a tenor song in the Nisbet. So we hope you enjoy Whither Must I Wander. Is it okay that I talk? It's actually so they can kind of rearrange and let you know about the music a little. So Brian Balmage is a very, very famous band conductor and composer in the last 30 years. This is one of his earlier works called Winter Dreams. It has a very bold, kind of very beautiful opening that gives way to a dreamy middle and closes as it opens. It's really wonderful. I hope it reminds you that winter is maybe one of your favorite seasons. I know I really enjoy it. So now, next after this is the Wind Ensemble, so please stick around, and then the finale. So Winter Dream, Brian Balmage. Frescobaldi was a famous Renaissance, late Renaissance composer. And like all late Renaissance composers, he wrote for the church. And he wrote small harpsichord music for small secular groups, but also for massive church organs. And actually not so big because it was the Baroque period, they weren't even big till the Romantic period. But anyway, as a man, this particular piece is a transcription by Frescobaldi, the toccata. And the toccata in the organ world is kind of almost an improvisatory piece that sometimes the composer will actually change as they play it on the organ. So this is a Frescobaldi toccata. It's arranged by Slocum. It's been in the band world for many, many years, and I just want our band program to experience this piece. So I hope you enjoy the toccata by Frescobaldi. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You don't have to, but thank you. Thank you so much. You okay? You doing okay? It's a lot of music. 9 pieces. You all right? We got one more. Hey, I was in a grocery store recently. I think it was Lidl or somewhere. One of these stores, trying to get my lunch. And a parent came up to me and goes, "I love those marches." And I think the main thing she comes to a Herricks band program for it is the marches. So we did 2 of them. We have 1 more to go. This is actually by Carl King. He wrote marches for everybody, including the circus. And these circus marches are made to signal that certain things are coming out. So the lions and tigers had a march, and the clowns had a march, and the trapeze artists had their music. So this is called Homestretch March by Carl King. It's actually not a march, it's actually a gallop. And the gallop is a little more brisk. So I'm very proud of all the bands. Thank you for supporting us. It's a great way to spend my day, and I hope your son and daughter are really enjoying it. Have a great holiday. Stick around for the finale. It'll just take a minute till we mass everybody in here. And I think if you find it, there might be a sleigh ride app on your phone, so you can jingle along if you want. So it might be in your program. So this is Homestretch March, Carl King. Thank you for your patience. Sleigh ride is a Herricks tradition that predates me, and if this is the second or third time you've seen it, thank you for your patience. So, Leroy Anderson wrote this before the war, and there was a time when you could always be on a sleigh. Either you're racing your sleigh or you're with your date on a sleigh, but that's where this came. And actually the sleigh bells, as you know, they all know my story, but the sleigh bell was to warn the other horses that were coming around the bend. So it was like an early warning system, the sleigh bells. So I hope you enjoy Sleigh Ride. I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful holiday on behalf of all our band students. Let's wish everybody happy holidays, band members. Yes. Also, if you need more holiday cheer, there's a choral concert on Wednesday night. And I'll see you in the new year. Thank you so much for your Sleigh Ride. Thank you, everybody. Have a happy holiday. You all passed the audition for the slap. Thank you so much. See you next year. Bye-bye.